Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning I bid to everyone today. Me, Adlin Izny binti Jaafar from Section 3 will be presenting to everyone about my Art and Handicraft Centre for Batik named Chamber, which is located in Kampung Sungai Pusu, Gombak, Selangor. About Nok Farah Mohan, her artwork always have a story relating to fantasy and not rigid. Her style is more to contemporary traditional. She likes bamboo, which represent greenery, and wanted the feeling of calm and fresh, which includes water elements and landscape. Farah also wanted the impression of people to know only a part of her and wants privacy. She wanted to be looked as someone mysterious and for people to be curious about it. The first president study that I took is the National Craft Complex, Kuala Lumpur. The centre offers the look of nature with the use of timber and facade that describe the culture of Malaysian people. It also shows the aesthetic of our local craft with unique designs on the walls and the spaces. Next is the Cobram Libraries Learning Centre. The facade and the use of materials offers sustainability. The choice of the facade materials, timber, stripes, allowing only a part of the light to enter, acts as a sun shading and aesthetic feature. It also focuses on the space inside, which is for learning centre for the students there. As a craft and art centre for batik, another design consideration to take into account is the facade design that reflects art of batik itself, so that whenever a visitor drives past by, they will know what exactly the building is for. As this batik centre is inspired from a batik motif called Awan Larat Badak Mudik, the type of the facade that can be applied follows the curvy shapes of the motif. To make it more interesting, the facade integration can be applied at different spaces like the case study 2, the Cobram Library. The next case study that being taken into consideration is the construction method of cut and fill. It is a method of removing or adding an uneven soil. As my site is more of a slopey area, having cut and fill will help in leveling the ground together with the application of retaining wall that supports the building as the foundation. My design concept is inspired from the literal shape of one of the batik motif Badak Mudik, which is related and describes the word branding with nature with curve as its language. As our client is someone who likes to bring nature near her, the natural blending motif will bring her closer with trees all around the building. The curvy area focuses on maximizing the view by having glasses around in order to expose the visitors to the beauty of the nature itself. Our client also wanted to be seen as someone mysterious and has a lot in store to offer to other people, especially her skills in batik making. The name Chamber itself will bring that side of her to make people curious and wanted to know more about the centre. Moving on to the bubble diagrams, I have separated the spaces into three main spaces, which are the public, semi-public and private spaces. The spatial organization of the building is linear organization. Though it has a curvy language, I would want the visitors to enjoy the whole building right from the start until the end to know what we offer inside. Moving on to my floor plans, my site has two entrances, which one is for the main entrance to welcome visitors and the other one for the services. The service access is for the loading trucks or cars to enter, which usually schedule early in the morning or late evening to load goods or pick up garbage. As the visitors enter the site, they need to go along the two-way road which led to roundabout for dropping off visitors area. There are priority parkings at the left side of the site, which located nearer to the building. As visitors enters the lobby, they can either choose to go straight to the retail shop or to the exhibition area, which offers the artwork of batik maker Farah Mohan. Going into these spaces, it will then lead you to the next page, which is the cafeteria. There are two parts of the cafeteria, one an open one with tall glasses on the windows, while the other one is closed that offers privacy. While people going around the building, there is a small courtyard in the middle which people can see and go out from inside to outside just to sit around and talk. To relate the culture of Malaysian people who enjoy spending time talking about themselves with one another, open space will make the art centre more livelier. Next to the cafeteria is the seminar hall. for semi-public use when there are students or visitors who need briefing and presentations. Towards the end of the building, there are musola, toilets, and lift or staircase to access to the first and second floor. To have the lift is to ease the movement of the disabled people. Emergency doors will also be provided by the end of the building and under the staircase. On the first floor, the main space is the workshop area, where I have provided large openings in order to remove the robotic chemicals from the process of making batik itself, as it can be very dangerous and suffocating for some period of time. The drying area is for the drying of the batik, and it is facing the best view together with the wind direction. It is best to have large openings to provide natural ventilations for everyone. The toilets go from the ground floor to the second floor, which is located in front of the storage room. On the second floor, there is an office for the staff and a small pantry provided to ease their work. Both sections were to show the cut sections of buildings, indicating the materials used. It also shows the level difference of the spaces. The material that I use for my building is concrete. The elevations are to show the facade used for this design, which include timber stripes on the exhibition area acting as a shading device, as it is a space that is exposed to sunlight. It also to highlight the space as the main space out of all. The curvy facade is also to show the integration between the building concept and design as a whole. Colors used for the building are neutral colors, which mimic the color of the nature in order to make the building more welcoming and friendly with the surroundings. By having tall windows all around is to focus on making the building sustainable. With large openings, it will allow natural ventilation and helps the building to gain natural lighting too. This is my final model to show the facade that being used on this design. Next, the construction model is to show the post and beam used for this design. In conclusion, we should always remind ourselves that artistic values should never go beyond its boundaries. For example, the use of faunas, which is a controversial issue in Islamic value, should be taken seriously. Going artistic does not force one to go over the limit as a Muslim.